Hello everyone, welcome back to our mains answer writing daily Samadhaan program. So today we have one question from GS1, that is history. So the question is, Raja Ram Mohan Roy may be regarded as the great pioneer in fostering the liberal constitutional movement in India. Explain. So here the question is about Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So first of all we'll write an intro, that is one line, how he was having a ideology of liberal concept, and he was a practical constitutional reformer. Then we have to give justification on how he fostered the liberal constitutional movement in India. So first of all, the origin of national consciousness is to be traced to Raja Ram Mohan Roy and his passion of liberty, and he was essentially a practical constitutional reformer. So he had passion for liberty, and how he was a reformer when it comes to constitution. Yes, there was no constitution, no Indian constitution at that point of time, because very early time, because his timing was from Raja Ram Mohan Roy timing, like he was more popular around 1815 to 1830 or 32, because 32 he died. So now fostering the liberal constitutional movement in India. First of all, we have to write here all those aspects where it was seen that he had a liberal attitude. First of all, the protest against press ordinance of 1823, which curtailed press of freedom. At that point of time, the British had curtailed the press freedom in the ordinance of 1823, and that was the time when he protested against it. So he supported press freedom, and press freedom is a liberal concept. I mean, press freedom today is also in our constitution, article 19, not directly but through the interpretation of judiciary. He also envisaged separation of judiciary and executive at that point of time. Like during this time, 1815 to 1830, that is in the early 19th century, he had that envision of separation of judiciary and executive, which we have today in our constitution, that is article 50. And also he also envisioned the independence of judges at that point of time. So in a way he started that constitutional movement, which we will see in further years. Substitution of English for Persian. Persian was a Mughal language, it was going on. Now he demanded it should be substituted by English as the official language in the courts of law. So it is also a liberal thing, because he did not wanted the old language should be continued here. Now coming to more points. So next is he grieved over the overthrow of constitutional government in Naples in 1821. In 1821, when the constitutional government was overthrown in Naples, he also did not accept it, because he wanted a constitutional government. So it also clearly shows he was in favor of constitution. Rejoiced over the success of July Revolution 1830 in France, that is the French Revolution. He also rejoiced, he was very happy on the French Revolution, French Revolution talked about liberty, equality, fraternity. So he supported this thing. Okay. He recorded his philosophical faith in the victory by saying, he said, "Ki enemies to liberty and friends of despotism have never been and will never be successful." He clearly said that those friends of despotism and enemies of liberty who do not support liberty and who supports despotism. Despotism means absolute power. Absolute power. So he was not in support of this. He told anyone who supports this will never be successful. So this clearly shows his liberal attitude towards constitutionalism. So in conclusion, we can write he was the first person in the early 19th century to talk about the liberal ideology and fostered the constitutional movement. Though in naive stage, it was very early. During his time, he talked about it, but it was very early. But in a way, it gathered momentum. This thought gathered momentum in future years, and a lot of new leaders came. They fought for our constitution, and finally we got our constitution in 1950. So you can say he was the one who started this revolution, and was successful in giving that spirit or paving the way or path for our future leaders to struggle for our freedom by bringing our own constitution. So that's it for today's, and we'll come up with one new question in our next video. Thank you.